Good morning, everyone. Thank you very much for joining. We will continue our journey today with Yalla Salesforce. Last session, we were reviewing what we learned so far from back-end development, a front-end developer, and we have this module which we are working on, Lightning Experience Customization. In this module, we learned how to create an app, how to do a custom object, adding custom fields, list views, and then we moved from the back end into the front end by creating the compact layouts, and we started to customize the record page, upgrading the page into dynamic forms, and we started to drag and drop all the fields and components as we learned before. Today, we're going to continue with buttons and actions. So let's dive deep into it. All right. So custom button and links. What custom buttons and links allow you to do? It allows you to go outside the current page context and either to reach out to an external URL. It can allow you to reach a custom Visualforce page you built, a file you uploaded and you have the URL. So anything that has a URL that you can reach to, you can utilize custom button or custom link in order to reach to it. All right, so every org has its unique business needs. If your user frequently need access other pages outside your org or even inside your org, you can add a custom button or link. Custom button and link help you to integrate with Salesforce, integrate Salesforce with data externally using a URL. So if you have a company intranet and you want to get anything from this company intranet into Salesforce by clicking a hyperlink, this will be the way to go. All right. Custom link, external URLs such as Google, or it can be a Visualforce page as we were just saying, or company intranet. Custom button can connect an external application such as a web page. The beauty of Salesforce is that you can, since we have all the metadata in there, you can customize this URL by appending the current account name, or you will have the same formula editor that will enable you to put any merge fields or any functions and so on. All right, so what are the types available for us? We have list button, we have detail page link, and we have detail page button. What we mean by that, so if I'm in here and I went to the account and I went in here and I went to the related, we have buttons in here. So this is the related button. And if I am in the account and I went to the details and I have in here billing, this is a link. And finally, if I have a button, I can have it in here. So this is the detail. This can be an action button as well, and we will be going through the details. But if it's just a link and I want to execute something, you can have it in here as at the detail page level, or it can be just a link in here, or it can be a related button. We'll dig into them more and we'll be creating all of them so we can see the differences. All right. You have read that they can do. Now find out how we're going to create it. So for each type, you must define the action that occurs when a user clicks. Let's start with the custom list button. All right. A custom list button is a button that you can add to a related list. When you create a list button for an object, you can add this button to the object related list. So as we just mentioned, if I need to add a button in here, and this is what we are naming it, a related list button. Again, Naveen, thank you very much for joining. So we are today covering the Lightning Experience Customization. We started this module last session, and we covered all of these. So today we are wrapping it up with the custom button, links, and actions. So we're just discussing that we have 3 types of buttons or links, and this is mainly to enable you to reach out to another URL. So here we go. We wanna have an audit, and when I jump from the account into the energy audit and I want to see all the guidelines, I wanted to have a button. When I click it, it will generate for me a document to read all of these guidelines. So from here, I will go from sales, I will go for the sales app, and I'll go for the accounts. And from the accounts, I can go in here, say I have a related, and then I have this energy audit. I can create a new energy audit in here. So let me, they mentioned that I have generate this one. I'll just create any energy audit, and I'll put the cost, and I'll put the energy, and I'll hit save. Perfect. So now I have it. Now let's go to the files, upload file, and from upload file, I will go to the desktop, and I'll just put any file. Done. As soon as I do that, I can have in here saying that give me a public link. This public link, I can make it using a password, I can make it an expiry date, but overall, all what I need for now, I just need a link to just test the related button. Now I have a link, and it's the time to create that. So we went to the files, we uploaded the file, and then we said share, and we don't need a password. We generated the link. Now go to the object manager and click energy audit. So this button will be related to the energy audit object. I will be accessing it from any parent object like account, but the button itself will be created at the related object. So setup, object manager, energy audit, and from here I'll go for buttons and links. I'll go for the new button, and what I need to create here is a list button, and this is the audit guidelines. So I'll just put this URL in here, which I have it in my clipboard. I'll go back to the org, and I need to have a list button. What will be the list button named? It's called audit guidelines. So I'll take the audit guidelines as a name. I'll put it in here, and I'll paste the URL without the instance. So I'll start from here, and I'll do this. All right. So now I have the URL. And as we mentioned, that you have all the formula editor that will enable you to do anything. You can insert merge fields, you can insert functions, and so on. But I believe for now, we are good. We'll just check the syntax. Everything is perfect. And I will hit save. All right. So let's make sure we are not missing anything. All right. Save. All right. So we created the list button, but without adding it to any page layout, it will not be visible. Accordingly, we need to go back to the account, because we mentioned it's a related list. So I need a parent object in order to enable that button for me. So go to the object manager, account, page layout, account layout. So back to the object manager, account, page layout, account layout. And as we mentioned before, if you remember, this is what we used to use in the past, putting the page layout together, and the new way of doing things, as we mentioned, to using the app builder and so on. But for now, we have the related lists, and we created this for energy audit. So I'll go to the energy audit related list. I'll click this range. I will have in here buttons, and I will click plus, and now I have the button I just created. I will add it. Okay, save it. Perfect. Now I add it to the page layout. The expectation is when I go back to the sales app, and I will go to the account objects, and I'll open the same account I just created, and I'll go to energy audit. Now I have not just the new, I have audit guideline button. And when I click it, it should direct me to the same Word document that I have. Fantastic. All right. Now we understood what is the related list button. Now it's the time to create a custom detail page link. Again, I need to add a link in the account to Google this specific account. How can I do that? I'll go to the account object. All right, so edit object. And from here, I will create new button or link, same thing. But this time I will be saying, instead of related list button, I will be creating a detail page link. All right, so what this, I will say, Google this account. Here we go. And it's a detail page link. And what I can do, I will say in here, I'll put Google URL. And now I need to insert a merge field, so you can put it like that. All right, so I need to Google account name, and I'll be just saying quick save. Again, I created the custom link, but it's the time to go to custom links and adding it to the page layout. So page layouts, account layouts, and in here you will find custom links. And from custom links, you will find Google this account. So I'll add it in here. How can I even preview it in here to make sure that I'm doing the right thing? You can preview it as, and you can open whatever profile you want to check. As we agreed before, profile is a persona, and it gives you this preview. And if you scroll to the detail page, we used to have only the billing. Now we have the Google current account. Perfect. So we created the custom link. So the next step is, so we created and it's visible as we saw it. Create a custom detail page button. From setup, click object manager and then click account. Now we don't need to create it as a related, but I need to create a button at the account level itself. So I need to create a detail page button. So I'll go to the account, create a new button link. So I'll go in here, account, setup object, and I will go for the button links, and I will say new button or link. Now it's the time for the detail page button. What this detail page button will be named map location, and here we go, map location, and the URL will be, it's way longer now. I need to put together the account billing street, billing city, billing postal code, and so on. But as we mentioned before, that we have all of this treasure for all the account fields, so I will need to put it just together. Save it. Okay. And now go to the Lightning Record page layouts, account layout. And now I will go to the buttons. So I'll go to the buttons and I will say map location. So what we just created. And I need to drag it and drop it down there into the account details. Save it. And I will say home. Go to the sales. Let's make sure we are clearing all the cache. And when I go to the account, opening an account, map location button got added. Perfect. So we moved on into the Google Maps with all the address details in here, which is this guy. We took it from the fields itself, and then we jump. And then we can see in here as well the Google current account. So when I Google current account, this is the custom link we created. I will be able to see it. Searching for the same express logistics. All right. That's awesome. So we did the custom link, custom button, related button. All right. Now I need to let's go for the quiz. If there is no questions, I'll go create a custom button for contact object, and I will name it Google information. Okay, so contacts, I'll go to the contacts, edit object, and I will go in here into the button links and actions. I'll create a new button, and from new button, I will put this one in here, Google information. And from Google information, I will need to have this URL, which has Google with the same contact name, which we just did. And finally, I'll need to add the custom button into the contact page layout. So save it. Okay. Page layouts, contact layout. And I'll go to the buttons and I will say Google. Yeah, I didn't create the right type. So this was, it should be create a custom button for contact object. So, and it's a Google information. I create it as a detail page link. So I will change it from detail page link to detail page button. Accordingly, when I go back to the page layout, contact layout, buttons, now I can see it, and I'll drag it in here and hit save. And when I go in here, contacts, and I open any contact, I should be able to see Google. Right? So let's check the challenge. Any questions? Perfect. All right. So we learned so far, we have 3 types of buttons, links that enable you to go outside the org or a URL within the org. Now it's the time to learn about it. I need to take actions. I need to create a call. I need log a call. I need to create a record and so on. All right. Your user will judge you favorably when you give them access to awesome customized action. Let your user do quickly some tasks, create a record, log a call, send an email by clicking a button. There are 2 types of those actions, either object-specific actions or global action. Object-specific action, that means I'm in the context of that record. So when I create new, it will know that I am in the account object. So I will create a task related to that specific account. I will log a call related to that account. But if I went to the global action, it will not be in a specific object, and you need to populate the whole thing. And it can be accessible from anywhere in the page, and you will learn that. Object-specific action have automatic relationship to other records, and let user quickly create or update records, log calls, and emails. It's in the context of this particular object. For example, add an object-specific object action on the account that create a contact. If a user create a contact, that action on the detail page for the Acme account, the account will be Acme account. Create, update, log a call, and even you can have a custom action. Like you have a lightning component that you want to kick it. You have a flow. Every flow generate a URL which can be used within that action. Visual Force page, even Canvas app. Canvas app, we talked about it when we were discussing that I need to not integrate data with that system, but I need to mainly to visualize that system within Salesforce without moving out of Salesforce and going to another system back and forth and copy the data and so on. And we can send the event back and forth. So if you need to initiate this Visual Force page or component or flow or Canvas app, you can do that using an action button. Send an email. Global actions are different. And when I do that, it's mainly like in here, I say new. It knows which account I am in or which contact I'm in. But if I went to this plus, which is the global actions, now when I say new task, it doesn't know which account I'm in because it's a group. This is just to visualize what we are talking about. All right. So let's create an object-specific action. Maria wants to give her users an easy way to create an energy audit record. She's going to create object-specific action that let her user to create an energy audit. All right. So from object manager, go to the accounts, same place. So I'll go in here, accounts, edit objects, button, links, and actions, and I'll create a new action. I have multiple options as we were discussing, and I will be selecting create a record. My target object is energy audit. It's what I want to create the record. All right. Now I will name it as new energy audit. And that's about it. As soon as I do that, it opens for me what the layout will be used in order to create that specific record. By default, I have all the required fields because it will fail to create that record if I'm not providing all the required fields. So by default, it brings all the fields that you must populate with this asterisk. You have other optional fields that you can add into the layout if you need to capture it while you are creating this record. Each field on this action layout has a red asterisk indicating that it's required field. Required fields are added to an action layout by default when you create this action. If you remove one of them, the user cannot successfully complete the action. That's why it's forced on you. All right. Audit notes and type of installation are fields that could be populated after the audit record is created. So it's an optional. So leave it as is and move on with the next step, making the action available for the user. All right. So we saved the action. Now it's the time for adding again. Any action or button or link you created, it will not be visible for the user unless you go to the page layout and add it. In the Lightning experience, you have dynamic actions where you can, again, upgrade all the actions for the page, and you can have the full flexibility of dynamic features. Click page layout, click account layout. There are two action sections. Let's do that. Page layout, account layout, and you will find in here, you have the Lightning experience action and you have the classic actions. Now we are in the Lightning experience, so we will need to go in here, override the predefined actions. Now I have the mobile Lightning actions and the action I created named as new energy audit. So if I search it in here, new energy audit, you will find it in here. And I'll put it on the top. There are too many actions that I will need to get rid of, but you can as simple as say, I don't need it. I don't need it, and so on. All right. So we added that action. So the classic version will be only available for the classic experience. The other one will be available for the Lightning experience. We will say customize. We will drag it as we did. And there are a lot of actions that we don't need, thanks and question and so on. I can say thank you as well. All of these, I don't need all of these ones. Anyway, all right. I'll hit save. I'll go to the account. I'll go to the account, and now I have this new energy audit. It will give me, now I know which account I am in, and I will put my energy audit and the average 1, and I will say 1. As soon as I save, now it's available. All right, excellent. We created, we tested, everything is perfect. Now the time for global action. Now, since it's global, so it's not an object specific, I will not go to the object and say action and button and so on. So I'll go to the setup, home. I'll say I need to create a global action, new action, and I will need to create a record as well. And this time I'll create a new campaign, create a record. Now in the campaign object, I will name it new campaign, and I'll hit save. Now it's the same layout thing. On the action layout, remove the parent campaign. So where is the parent campaign? I don't need it. I need to add expected revenue and campaign owner, and the expected revenue. I added both of them. I hit save. Now I have a global action. How can I add it to the layout? I'll go back in here, publisher layout. By default, I have this global layout. I will edit, and I will have new campaign. Again, this is classic. I am in the Lightning. I will go for the new. Now I open the publisher layout and click edit. If the Salesforce mobile and Lightning experience action section is not customized, click this range to override it. Click mobile and Lightning actions category in the palette. Yes, because I am in here. This is the quick action. This is for classic mobile Lightning actions. New campaign. This will be for me for the Lightning experience. I will hit save. And now when I go back to the sales and I'll open in here, I should have new campaign available for me. I can populate it. Any questions? Perfect. No questions. Let's jump to the quest. How do custom action help your user? By allowing them to create custom objects, by giving them more ways to view and edit triggers, by making it fast and easy to interact with the information in your org. See? What's the main difference between object-specific and global action? Object-specific action has automatic relationship to other records, and global action don't. Global action perform action outside Salesforce. Object-specific and perform actions. Here we go. Woohoo! We made it for this big move. Congratulations, Lightning experience. It was an amazing journey. We had so much learning and so much fun. All right, back to our Yalla Salesforce trail mix. We have in here a quick one. We are now Lightning Experience Pros. So let's go for this quick project together. All right, let's create your first page. A Lightning page is a container of Lightning components, as we mentioned. So if you haven't already, we already have an org. So we are good. Go to the setup Lightning App Builder. All right, setup. And I'll go for the app builder. From Lightning App Builder, create a new app page. I will create new app page. I will need to name it Field Sales App. Two regions. And now I have the Lightning page, the app page. In the this top drop-down list, make it tablet, portrait. And in here, from the standard component menu on the left, drag list view. Here we go. And from the list view, I need to, in the object, make it account and my account. Okay, here in the object, I'll make it account instead, and I'll make this my account. And I need to show 7. All right. That's it. Click save and click not yet. Save, not yet. Verify. So we are creating a new page for an app page, and we added one component for a related list, and we specified it's an account, and it's only my account for the first 7. The next one. From standard component, you will find recent items. So I'll go in here and I'll say, instead of this one, I will say recent items, add recent items. And from here, I will say, we want to name it opportunity and leads. Select under object and highlight API from the selected columns on the right, and I want to make it opportunity and leads. All right, so I don't need this one, and I need the opportunity and lead. So lead and opportunity and lead. Click OK and hit save. Let's verify. And the last step will be add quick actions. All right. So we just learned about the actions. Now it's the time to create an action. In the right sidebar, click page to configure the app properties. So you'll find in here that I have actions. What actions I need? Log a call, and in new case, new lead. So actions, log a call, new case, new lead, new task. I'll hit OK, save it. The action property at the bottom of the inspector now show the action that you added, activate, and on the page setting tab, field sales app for the app name. Save, activate, field sales app. It should already be defaulted. Leave everything in the mobile navigator added to the page app. We did, and hit save. And that's about it. Field sales app. And here the amazing page we just built together. Let's verify it. Any questions? Perfect. We can all find field sales app immediately after today in the mobile navigator menu. There was instructions in here to put it somewhere. So we will go back and I'll say edit page, and I'll say activation, and within the mobile, they need this amazing field sales app after today. And here we go, we made it. It's a small fix. Any questions? Perfect. Woohoo! We made it as well to this Lightning App Builder. Thank you very much again for all your time here, and have a wonderful day.